How's it going, guys, and thank you for coming back. Weird way to start the video and this channel. But sometimes I thought it would be nice to chat casually before starting the video. Like talking about the last video and the comment, reaction for it. One thing I was surprised was there were many people who were interested in non-Sony cameras videos. I used to think like maybe I should stick with Sony cameras lenses because people watch only them. But it seems like it's not. So I will deliver more varieties of gear content. But to do that, I have to destroy one idea for you and for me. Cinematic. The overwhelming waterfall, the vast landscape, and cool shots that I can't explain why. Everybody loves cinematic, and cinematic. Once they start the video, they start to long for making some cinematic travel film, cinematic videos, whatever it's called, and trying to get best expensive gears as much as possible because of us. This word, cinematic, walks by itself and giving a bad toxic mindset to beginners or even myself. To be able to make cinematic, having expensive gears like I talk about on this YouTube channel is necessary. To be able to make cinematic, being in the fantastic location and flying drones are necessary. To be able to make cinematic, please, let's stop it. Probably there are many beginners who think those things are cinematic. Well, I'm not here to say those cinematic videos are bad. It's one of genres of videos, obviously, and I think they are sometimes amazing to watch, and I don't have any objections against people who say those are cinematic. What I want to do is releasing our mind from this word cinematic. That might lead beginners to a bad way, aka the toxic, expensive shopping game mindset. So I want to stop this cinematic force and put it back to where it used to be and make it something that everybody can enjoy. So today, I want to try a little bit different taste from my regular videos. But there will be lens reviews, introductions that we all love as always, and plus a little mindset, life hack. Well, it's not exactly life hack, but yeah, something like that. Anyway, this video will be worth watching to enjoy making videos. So as always, before getting into this video, please hit the subscribe if you haven't to grow this channel. I need your support. What is a cinematic video? Let's Google it. According to this vlog, it says lighting, slow motion, color grading, contrast. I guess it means dynamic range, composition, sounds, and I would add bokeh, compression, camera moves, and focus. The sequence which contains those aspects is defined as cinematic. Sounds about right. That means if the camera is more than standard level, here is another difficult world, standard level. But to me, it's like a A7III, A7C, even A6600, or Lumix S5 or GH5. I don't know much about it. Cameras that can shoot in log and 4K. They are pretty much enough to do those things. If your camera is capable of 4K and log, lenses are more important to achieve that cinematic look than camera bodies. Originally, cinema lenses are used in the filmmaking industry. They are designed only for videos. They can perform amazing jobs in terms of image quality and operation. But having them is not realistic for us. How about using top-notch lenses like G Master or Lumix S Pro lenses? Relatively affordable compared to cine lenses. Are you ready to be broke? There are some alternatives. Time flies. Can't waste. Every single second. Every single frame. So, those weren't shot on some fancy, expensive gears like those. What I used was them. 2018 Sony A7III, 2018 Cosina Voigtlander 35mm f1.4, and 1960s Super Takumar 50mm f1.4. But how was the result? Didn't it have a cinematic feel, cinematic look? Well, that depends on how you felt. Definitely it was a little different from images that the new modern lens produce. It feels kinda vintage, retro, a little classic film look. I loved it. Yes, I apologize that it took so long to get to the point of today's video. There is an easier and cheaper alternative of cinematic look, that is using vintage old lenses slash classic lenses. In my opinion, to create the cinematic look, it's 0 or 100. Like using cine lenses or maybe G Master lenses for absolutely best image quality, or using vintage old classic lenses for classic mood. And I want to recommend those classic lenses to people who start feeling bored by mediocre lenses and people who want to express a cinematic look without spending a ton of money. Alright, now I guess you guys had the idea why I recommend those old classic lenses. They are some kind of secret weapon to beat the giant cinematic empire. So from here I will show you guys two lenses that you might like if you guys still here. The first one is my absolute favorite, Pentax Super Takumar 50mm f1.4. So this lens is M42 mount lens, which is for this type of film camera. You can screw this into the camera body. This lens was born in 1964. This name Takumar was named after Japanese-American portrait painter Takuma Kajiwara. My copy is version 2, so I guess this was born in like around late 1960s. Very long history and old lens. But this depiction is so emotional. And you can use it on modern mirrorless cameras like Sony and Canon by the adapter like this. Now this Takumar is between $100 to $200 on the market. And adapter is about like 20 or 30 bucks. So you can enjoy the classic emotional film look by that money. So first of all, the great thing is 50mm and f1.4, which provides you this much of bokeh and a little compression feel that generates a film look vibe. And the sharpness is something that I can't explain well. I mean, I think the lens is not sharp as modern lenses, of course. It's 50 years old lens. But the camera body has a new technology, 4K log, and it shoots pretty good quality video, so it looks sharp. But it looks good soft at the same time. This is one of huge attractions of this lens. This unique, sharp, clean, gentle image. And what I like is the gradation from bokeh to the focused area like this. Not only video, photography is so much fun with this. Since this is a classic manual focus lens, you can enjoy the time with the subject slowly, like with the film cameras. But actually, you are shooting on digital cameras, so you don't have to worry about remaining films and wrong exposure. But you can have a little film shooting experience with this. So if you use this on a small cameras like a A7C or A6600, they will be the, street snapping photography beast. But yes, it takes a little time and effort to find a good copy. Actually, mine has some dust in the glass and it discolored a little. For you, there is the another option, which is the modern lens, which has the classic film taste. Cosina Voigtlander Classic 35mm f1.4. This was born in 2018. It's relatively new lens, but it reproduced the classic lens's depiction with a new technology. And it is Sony E-mount already. And the lens ability is optimized for Sony cameras. Since this lens has an electronic connection, it can respond to the image stabilization of a camera body. And the focus magnification by the focus ring is available. It's pretty much same as other modern lenses, except autofocus. This is manual focus lens, but the taste is really classic. So what I like about this lens's image is the grain. Can you see there is a slight rough noise on the surface? It's not obvious, but it's definitely making some sort of classic vibe. And this is usually a flaw, but corners get softer. I like this. It's kind of making a dreamy feel sometimes. But things look sharp and clean. And f1.4 35mm creates this massive bokeh and compressed feel. I don't think I can explain how good this image is by words perfectly, but overall, it's nice and gentle. color settles down, not too aggressive, it feels lighter compared to Super Takumar. And it feels so good when you're shooting. That is huge. So I want to recommend this Voigtlander 35mm f1.4 for people who don't have a lot of time and energy to find good copy of this Super Takumar. You know, it's literally old, classic, vintage lens. It's 50 years old. So if you can't find good copy, that might be a waste of money. You know, I was lucky. This was I got this by like $200, and yeah, it's pretty clean and depiction is alright. There is no problem, but like I said, there are some dust in the glass. But yeah, I am pretty much satisfied with this. So personally, I love this depiction and color and the vibe more than this Voigtlander, but obviously this one is easier. Okay, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. The cinematic is not as expensive game as you think. Depending on how you try, you can achieve that look. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be expensive, super professional. I am in the position of having and using many gears, and sometimes they are super expensive. But as a YouTuber, I want to have the mind which is outside of the, you know, expensive cinematic game. So I will make more videos about those expensive gears as always, but also I will show you guys some affordable gears so that we all can enjoy filmmaking and photography. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions, shoot me anytime, anywhere, and if you like this video, show me a thumb and hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Jamata. Sometimes I forget my last line. Jamata.